Oh yeah. Okay, welcome to our today's class. Before that, we have our ascending grades online classes going on. You can kindly register for the classes that are going on. So we have a phone number. This one, you can reach us through that number 0757 019011. Now today we are going to look at the Elite Jet. That is mathematics paper 2. We're going to look at section 1 for today. Then tomorrow we're going to look at section 2. So this is the paper. Yes, you can see the instruction. You can go through them. So you need to answer all questions in section 1. All the questions. So that is it. So we can move straight to question 1. Straight to question 1, which says, given that x is 48.5 centimeters and y is 30.2 centimeters, are both measured correct to the nearest millimeter. Calculate the greatest percentage error in x minus y. So you are going to subtract x minus y. Going to subtract x minus y. So that is our x is 48.5 and y is 30.2. So we have, for this case, we can look at the maximum difference, the actual difference, then we look at the maximum absolute error. Now that they want us to find the greatest percentage error, that is now the maximum percentage error. So with this, we now start with the maximum difference. We start looking at the maximum difference. You can use blue. So we start with maximum difference. And our maximum difference here, we are going to take 48. Now that is 48.5. Maximum is going to be 48.55 minus 30.2 will be 30 point minus the minimum for 30.2, which is 30. We shall take 30.15. Then we're going to get 18.4. Then we take now the actual difference. Now the actual difference is now the 48.5 minus 30.2. So with that we get 18.3. Then we move to the maximum absolute error. So the maximum absolute error is 18.4 now minus 18.3, and you're going to get 0.1. Remember, the question was asking us to find the greatest percentage error. That is now the maximum percentage error. Now the maximum percentage error, maximum percentage error will be equal to 0.1 over 18.3 times 100%. The 0.1, that maximum absolute error, over the actual difference times 100%. And our error, percentage error, we're going to get 0.5464%. That is it. So that is the percentage, the greatest percentage error in calculation of subtracting x minus y. Then you get your 3 marks. That's simple. Let us move to question number 2. This is the question number 2. It's saying find the value of c for which 2x squared minus 10x plus 5 plus c is a perfect square. Find the value of c for which 2x squared minus 10x plus 5 plus c is a perfect square. Now, in this equation, you can see the value of a here. A here, this is a, and then we have b, then c. So our a is equal to 2. Then our b is equal to 10. Then our c is equal to 5 plus c. 5 plus c. And b squared, now b squared is equal to 4ac. 4ac. Now, having b squared to be 4ac, and we have b as 10, so we shall have 10 squared, which is 100, will be equal to 4 times, now a, which is 2, times c, which is 5 plus c. 5 plus c. So 5 plus c, we want to find the value of c now. Now 5 plus c will be equal to 100 divided by 8. Then you take 100 divided by 8, you get 12.5. So 5 plus c is equal to 12.5. So the value of c becomes 12.5 divided by 5. So our c is equal to 7.5. So that is how you find the values. See, now that the question asks you to find the value of c for which 2x squared minus 10x plus 5 plus c is a perfect square. So that is the value of c, 7.5. Straight to question number 3. Solve the equation log 10 x minus 5 equals to 2 minus log base 10 x. So that is log base 10 x minus 15 is equal to 2 minus log base 10, which is x. So now in this case, now this is what you're going to do. Now we have this we can now convert these two to log base 10, and 2 to log base 10, we know it's log base 10 what? 100. So that is what we know. So that we have logs all around. So we shall have this log base 10. So we have log x minus 15 will be equal to log base 10. Now 2 turns to log base 10, 100, and then minus what we had, log base 10, which x, that way. So you can see we have logs everywhere. Then log this one, this other side, this, we can combine the two. How? So we work it this way, x minus 15. Combining the two, we are going to get now a common log base 10, and then we take 100 divided by x. We divide now 100 divided by x. Now that we have log base 10, both sides, we can now drop them so that we remain with x minus 15 is equal to 100 over x. Now you multiply both sides by x so that we remove this x on the denominator, so that we have x squared minus 15x then equals to 100. Now we work this one out. So 100 comes to this other side. So we have x squared minus 15x, then minus 100 equals to 0. So we can now solve that, so that we have x squared minus 20x, so that we are minus 20x, then plus 5x, yeah, minus 20x, now plus 5x, then minus 100 equals to 0. So we factor out this one. We have common, which is x into x minus 20. Then we have plus 5 into, we factor out 5, which is common, into x minus 20, which is equal to what? 0. So we can take one of the brackets, so which is x minus 20, one of them. Then we have x plus 5, then equals to 0. So x minus 20. So our answer now, x minus 20 equals to 0, or x plus 5 equals to 0. That way. Then we finish this one. This is how we finish it. So we are going to get x to be equal to 20, or x is equal to negative 5. So we are going to ignore negative 5. Let's say you ignore negative 5. Therefore, our x will be equal to 20. So our value of x is 20. So that is how you solve the value of x in that equation. So ignore that negative 5 and have it as and you take x, which is equal to 20. Now that is number 3. Straight to number 4, which is SADS. Without simplify, 10 over root 5 minus 2 minus 5 over root 5 without using calculator, giving you answer in the form a plus b root c. B and c are integers, where a, b, and c are integers. Now, this one now it's testing on SADS. The topic that is a topic in Form 3, mainly rationalizing the denominator of a SAD. So we can take it and start it this way. Let's start with the first part. We can now rationalize this one, 10 over root 5 minus 2. Let's start with it. 10 over root 5 minus 2. Now this one will be equal to, now we want to rationalize the denominator, or the denominator. We're going to have root, or the LCM, that is root 5 minus 2. Then you multiply by root 5 plus 2. Then this one goes there once, that is the root 5 times 10. So we shall have 10 root 5 plus 2. So that when we simplify further, we're going to get, when you multiply or you open up the brackets, we're going to get 10 root 5 plus 20 over root 5 squared minus 2 squared. So this one will give us 10 root 5 plus 20 over, now that is a 5 root 5 squared plus that is minus minus 2 squared. You're going to get 1, that is 1. You're going to get 1, so that your answer remains 10 root 5 plus 20. So that is our first part. We've rationalized. Then we move to the second part, which is 5 over root 5. We have 5 over root 5. Now this one, for us to rationalize, you take it as a root 5. So you have root 5 times root 5. Then we shall have 5. Now we shall have 5 root 5 as the numerator, so that root 5 times root 5, we're going to get 5, so that we have a numerator as 5. Sorry, then numerator 5 root 5. Our answer now, this 5 cancels with that one. We remain with the root 5 as our answer. So we compiled the two. We had the first one, 10 root 5 plus 20. So we have 10 root 5 plus 2. It was subtraction. Now we subtract the second part, which is root 5. Now, according to SADS, we are going to combine the two. We are going to combine the two. Now that we have 10 root 5 minus root 5. So this one is common, 10 root 5 and root 5. So when we have 10 root 5s, and then we minus 1 root 5, we're going to remain with 9 root 5s. Then we had plus 20, so we're going to have 20. So we have 20 plus 9 root 5, and that one becomes our final answer. We can't go any further. So that is our final answer on the question. So the question asks us to make it in the form a plus b root c. That is why we started with 20, then plus 9 root c. This is in the form a plus b root c. So that is it. Then so that is how you arrive at your final answer. So we can move to this question number 5. The figure below is a circle center O. Point A is on the circle such that AT and BT are tangents to the circle at A and B respectively. So given that angle ATB is 60, construct the tangents at AT and BT. Then you measure BT. So you get 4 marks for that. So I'm going to illustrate on how to construct that one. I will sketch on this one because it may be very difficult to construct on this screen. So you bear with me for that one. So you can use your compass, ruler, and protractor so that we can go together. So the first thing, you are been given A, this is point A, this is O. So you have to look for point B, and then to look for point T, and then measure BT. So you can join O to A. You can join O to A. You can join O to A, and then you can extend it. So that is O, A. Then you have to look for point B, but point B is somewhere around the circle, and it has to be, it is 60 degrees T. They're saying angle ATB is 60 degrees. Therefore, what you're going to do, this is center O. I want us to look for point B. So for us to look for point B, being at point O, you can extend your compass so that you make an arc somewhere there. Then you still make an arc somewhere here using the same radius, then another arc somewhere here. So that when you are standing at this arc that cuts line OA, you make an arc that, using the same radius, make an arc that cuts that point. Then standing at this new point, you can make another arc there. So you can now join this here, this new point there. Then this one is going to be your new point B. So you connect the two. You connect. Then you can extend so that you have this one as point B. Have that as point B. So that one becomes your point B. Now we want to look for point T. We want to look for point T. Now to look for point T, being at point A, you can extend your compass so that you make a mark of any radius on line OA, which is extended. So you can make an arc maybe there and another one this other side using the same radius. Then standing on those arcs, make an arc up there and another one standing here, you make another one here so that you join O to that where the two arcs meet. So you join and extend that point. Then do the same to point B. Being at point B, make an arc this side, another one this side using the same radius. Now being on those arcs and another one this side. And then you join B, that one. Then join B using the arcs. See? So where the two lines meet, this is now our point. This is now our point T. That one becomes our new point, a new point T. So this is T. Now they're asking you to construct the tangents. Now these are the tangents, BT and AT. And then measure BT. You measure now the distance from B to T. While constructing a perfect one, you're going to get BT to be something close to 4.7 centimeters. So when you can construct it, you're going to get something closer to 4.7 centimeters. That way. So that is what you get. Okay, I can see those ones following. You have Marcos. Okay, prediction topics. Okay, the topics, we are going through them one by one. Then Yori is asking for a PDF of the paper. You are going to get it right away. So you're going to get that one, the PDF, as we continue. Then we can move to question number 6. Question number 6. Question number 6. So make n the subject of the formula. Make n the subject of the formula. So n, that is where n is on the other side of equal sign, but the denominator. So for us to remove this square root sign down here, we need to square everything so that we remove this square root sign. So we square, then we square appear here, so that this square root sign disappears, so that we remain r squared over p squared is equal to m squared over n minus 1. n minus 1. Now we can now cross multiply so that we have r squared into n minus 1. Then we have m squared equals to m squared times what? P squared, which is m squared p squared. Then we open up this side so that we have r squared n minus r squared is equal to m squared p squared. M squared p squared. Now we have to remain with n on one side. So this r can move to this other side. It's negative minus r squared. So the other side it will be positive. So you have r squared n is equal to m squared p squared. Now minus, that is minus, now it turns to plus r squared. So m squared p squared plus r squared. Now to remain with n, we divide with r squared divided by r squared. So this one cancels out and n becomes m squared p squared plus r squared over r squared. So that is how you arrive to the value of n. So this is now your answer. Or you can simplify. Further. So to simplify further, you will get n will be equal to, whereby you separately put over r squared, so that this r squared is going to cancel with 1, so that you remain with 1, so that you get m squared p squared over r squared, now plus what? Plus 1. This r squared cancels with 1 of it, and then you get that answer. So the answers are the same. This and this is just the same thing. So that is how you arrive at the value of n in making in the subject of the formula. Now, I can see Abdallah. Thank you for the good work. Okay, welcome. As we continue, you can kindly comment maybe if the school you study. From the school, you can comment your school name and your school as we continue. Remember, we have online classes, ascending grades online classes that go on, as you can see on that screen, for various subjects. We have mathematics, chemistry, physics, biology, and you can get us through that number that you can see on that screen. So the classes are going on every day, so don't be left out. You can register with that number as we continue. So this one, ascending grades, helps you to rise above, improve, and achieve your grades as you go through your 844 system. We can move to question number 7. By saying expand 1 minus 3 over 10 x, then power 5, in increasing power of x, leaving the coefficients as fractions in their simplest forms. So it is a raised to power 5. So you have to look for the coefficients of 5. You can look them at the back of your mathematical table. So as you can see, power 5, that is power 5, the values or the coefficients for power 5 are 1. And then we have 5. Then we have 10. And then 10. 5. Then 1. So those are the values for the coefficients of 1. So we now want to expand. This is a form 3 work. We want to expand. So it's somehow, some students consider it tiresome, but this is always free marks for you. So we can start it this way. So we start with the 1, this one that appears on your the first one for the coefficients. So we shall have 1. Then we take 1 power 5. Then we are going to multiply by 3 over, that is negative 3 over 10 x power what? 0. Now when the values, this 5 is going to decrease as this one for the value of x is going to increase. So x, we are starting with 0. This other side we are starting with 5. So the next one from 5 you're going to reduce to 4. So we add. So 5 now. This is now the next one, 5. So 5, then we multiply by 1. Now we reduce the power to 4. Then we have negative 3 over 10. This one we increase the power to 1. That is x, we increase to 1. Then we add. Now taking the next one is 10. Now 10. Now 1 power reduces to 3. Then we are multiplying with negative 3 over 10 x. Now the power now increases to 2. Then plus the other 10. And then 1 power now goes to 2. Reduces to 2. Then negative. So it's oh, okay. I can see STEM start. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining and following us. Thank you. So you can continue. And then we have negative 3 over 10 x. The next one now increases to 3. Then we add 5, 1 raised to. Now the next one reduces to 1. The power reduces to 1 as negative 3 over 10x increases to 4. Then lastly, we have 1. So we have 1 reduces, the power reduces to 0 as negative 3 over 10x. The power now increases to 5. Power increases to 5. Now, we now work them out keenly, because a very slight mistake, then the whole thing is a mess. So 1 here multiplied by 1 power 5, then 1 power, that one power 0, you're going to get 1. minus. So the sign now here will be minus. Then when you work this one out, you're going to get 3 over x. Then this next sign is now positive, plus this one next 9 over 10 x. Then the next sign is going to be negative. They keep on alternating because of 1 minus 3. The signs will keep on alternating from negative to positive. Then we'll have 27 over 100 x cubed. Then next sign is positive, plus 81 over, that is 2000, then x power 4, then minus 243 over, that is 100,000, then x power 5. So they wanted us to expand that one in increasing power of x, and then leaving the coefficients as fractions in their simplest form. So we leave our answer there, so that we go to the next question, which says, hence use the first 3 terms of the expansion to estimate the value of. So the first 3 terms of the expansion, we have this one, then we have 3 over 2x, then 10x squared. So it's going to be, so you're going to focus on the first 3, only. So having this, we can see that 1, to expand 1 minus 3 over equal to what we are given here as 0.97. Then we now work out the value of x. We find the value of x. So to find the value of x, 1 moves to the other side. It will be now 1 minus, that is 0.97 minus 1. Then this one is negative also. So that we shall have 0.3x. 0.3x will be equal to negative 0.3x will be equal to negative 0.03. So we divide by negative 0.3, divide by negative 0.3, that way, and then x becomes 0.1. X becomes 0.1. So that now we solve our equation. Now that we have the value of x as 0.1, we solve the first 3 terms. So where we have x, you replace it with 0.1, so that we are going to have 1. So our equation is, we have the first 3, which is 1 minus 3 over 2x plus 9 over 10 x squared. So we are having 1 minus 3 over 2, x is 0.1, plus 9 over 10, then 0.1 squared. So when you simplify that, you're going to get 1 minus 0.15, then plus 0.009, plus 0.009. So when you take 1 minus 0.15 plus then you're going to get your final answer. The final answer is going to be 0. So your final answer becomes 0.859. So that one becomes your final answer for that expansion. So you get now your 3 marks. That is how you arrive at your 3 good marks. Now we can move to question number 8. Question number 8. Question number 8. They're saying grade A rice costing 250 shillings per kilogram is mixed with grade B rice that cost 180 per kg. In what ratio must grade A rice be mixed with grade B so that a profit of 20% is realized by selling the blend at 240 shillings per kilogram? Now, in this question, mixtures, in this question, this is a question on mixtures. This is what you're going to do. First of all, we have to look for the buying price when they are making a profit of 20%. So we have to look for the buying price first when they are selling this mixture, making a profit of 20%. So the buying price per kg now, the buying price per kg will be equal to, now the 100, that is 100% over, we are making a profit of 120, so it's going to be over 120, then times what? Times 240, which is now it's going at that price, 240. So we are going to get the buying price to be 200 shillings now. The buying price is going to be 200 shillings when so that when they sell at 40 to 40, 20%. Now we have this one is 250 per kg over A and 180. They are mixed so that they give a profit of they give when they are mixed, the price goes at 200 for the two. So taking, let's say grade A, let's give it X, and B, we give it what? Y. Grade A X and grade B Y. So we are going to take 250 of A, which is X, when you add to 180 of Y, which is now grade B, Y, is going to give you 200 shillings, which is a mixture of X and what? A mixture of X and Y. So we can solve this equation so that we have 250 X, we collect the like terms, minus 200 X will be equal to 200 Y minus 100 what? Y. So we have X and Y. So that here we are going to remain with 50X to be equal to 20Y. So 50X is equals to 20Y. So when you simplify, we remain with 5X to be equal to 2y. The zeros disappear. Then having this, 5x is equal to 2y. This is the same as 5 over or x over y is equal to 2 over what? 2 over 5. 5 over x is equal to 2 over 5. This is the same thing. So that we now determine our ratio. So our ratio x to y is going to be what? 2 to what? To 5. So this is now the ratio of the mixture for us to get 200. And then to sell it now at 240 to make a profit of 20%. Now this is the ratio of the mixture. This is how we arrive at that. We can move to question number 9. Question number 9. Before that, I'll keep on reminding you of our online classes that are going on. So don't be left behind. Keep on registering for our day-to-day classes that go on Google Meet. Then you will benefit a lot. So that is the number, as you can see, that will help you register for those classes. Keep in touch. Then we will help each other. So question number 9 says, solve the equation 2 sin squared x, which is equal to cos x plus 1 for 0 decrease is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 360 degrees. So that question now you can tackle it this way. This is how we're going to tackle that question. So we're having 2 sin squared x, which is equal to cos x plus 1. Cos x plus 1. So we know that sin squared x is equal to or the same as 1 minus cos squared x. We know that sin squared x is equal to 1 minus cos squared x. So we now replace, where we have sin squared x, we replace it with 1 minus cos squared x, so that we have 2 into 1 minus cos, now we replace cos squared x minus now the cos x minus 1 to be equal to 0. So we've replaced so that we have cos everywhere. So the sin has disappeared. Sin has disappeared now. Now with this, now we can work it out so that we are having 2. We open up 2 minus 2 cos squared x minus 2 squared x cos squared x. So minus cos x, then minus 1 is equal to what? 0. Then we continue so that we collect like terms 2 and 1. We have 2 and 1. so that we are remaining this side with negative 2 cos squared x, then minus cos x, then plus 1. So remember 2 minus 1, we are going to remain with plus 1, then is equal to 0. So as we continue, we now need to remove this negative 2 so that we have a positive 2 cos, so that we shall change the signs, the remaining signs, so that we have a positive 2 cos squared x, then the sign here, the sign this was negative, then it will be positive, yeah, this was positive, good, then positive, then cos x, then minus this positive turns to 1, positive turns to negative, which is equal to 0. Then we continue, so that we want to we can still do something on that, so that we have 2 cos squared x minus cos x, then plus 2 cos x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then we factor out, now we have a common factor cos x, so it's common, so that we have cos x, x minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. 2, then we cos x plus 1 cos x 2 cos x or x is equal to cos x is equal to now negative 1. Yeah, negative 1. This one becomes negative 1. So we can finish it this here, so that we have cos x is equal to a half. You know how we are getting half, divided by 2, divided by 2, then or negative 1, or negative 1. So cos x now, when cos x, you can now take it when cos x is a half. Now when cos x is equal to a half, what are going to be our values? Now the values of x, when cos x is a half, our values of x are going to be, now x is going to be 60 degrees, and also we are going to have 300 degrees. So that is when x is half. Then or x is also what? Negative 1. So when cos x is equal to negative 1, so x now will be equal to 180 degrees. So when x is negative 1. So that is it. So that is how we arrive at that answer for number 9. Then we have number 10. We have number 10. Three quantities P, Q, and R are such that the square root of P varies directly as Q and inversely as R. Find the percentage change in R if Q decreases in the ratio 4 to 5 and P increases by 40%. So P, Q, and R are such that the square root of P varies directly as what? Varies directly as Q. So this is what it means. They're saying square root of P, it varies directly as Q, and inversely, so inversely as R. Inversely as R. So that is what it means, so that we can introduce the equal sign. So we have square root of P will be equal to, when you introduce the equal sign, you introduce our constant K. So we shall have KQ over what? Over R. Over R. So we want to remain with R alone. So times R, so that R square root of P is equal to R square root of P is equal to KQ. So that R, now we divide both sides by root P, so that we have R is equal to KQ over root P. So the new R, now the new value of R will be equal to, now it will now be equal to K, the constant K, and then into Q over 5Q, that ratio 4 to 5, which is the same as 4 over 5Q over 4P. Now this one is the same as, it will give us 0.6161 KQ, that is opening KQ, not KG. You can have, so you have KQ, yeah, that way, of P, square root of P. The percentage decrease in R, now the percentage decrease in R, percentage, we now find the percentage decrease in R will be given by 1 minus 0.67, it was 6761, then times what? Times 100%, it is a percentage, so that we get 32.39% decrease. It is decreasing. So that one becomes our final answer. So percentage decrease in R becomes 1 minus 0.6761 times 100%. So that you arrive at 32.39%, which is a decrease. So that is how you find that answer. Then question number 11. Question number 11. Question number 11. If you are following, you can kindly let us know by commenting either where you're watching us from, or where you are following us from, or the school that you study. You can write in the comment so that you let us know. Then number 11, a circle with center at 2 at the point 2 and -2 passes through the point A, 2, 4, and B, which is 8H. Find the equation of the circle if the form x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are constants, hence determine the value of h. So we want to find the value of h in this equation that we are given. So this is what we are going to do. We want to start to, let us look at this, the radius. We know that the radius is given by square root of, now we shall take our 2 minus 2 minus 2 squared, then plus 4 plus 2 squared, so that it's going to give us, when you work that one out, it gives us 6, which is now 6 units. Then x minus 2 squared plus now y plus 2 squared will give us now 6 squared. So that we form the equation, we open it up, so we have x squared minus 4x plus 4, now plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal to what? 36. So that we have x squared plus y squared, then now minus 4x, then plus 4y, then minus now it will be minus 28. Minus 28 gives us now what? 0. That is after collecting like terms. We are collecting like terms, so that we have that. Then having end and the point B, which is 8h squared, gives us what? 6 units. So we're going to have square root of 36 plus h plus 2. Minus becomes positive. H plus 2 now squared is equal to 6. Is equal to now 6. Then now we can now proceed. Now we have 36. Now 36. Now plus h plus 2 squared gives us now, that was 6, that squared 36. So we have that one, 36. Then we want to find the value of h, so we collect like terms. So this 36 goes the other side will be 36 minus 36, which is 0. So h plus 2 squared equals to 36 minus 36, which is 0. So, and 2 squared is what? Now 2 h plus 2 squared. Now 2 squared, we have 4. So h will be plus 4. 2 squared is 4. H plus 4 equals to 0. So h becomes what? H becomes negative 4. So h now becomes negative 4. That after squaring that, 2 squared we get 4. So h becomes what? Negative 4 when it moves to the other side. That is how you arrive at your final answer. You can move to question number 12. Question number 12. Nine students scored some marks in a test. The deviations of the scores from mean were 5, -2, 2, 1, Z, then -3, -2, -4, and 0. Given that the mean of the scores was 13, find Z and the quartile deviations. So you find the Z and the quartile, deviations. Z and the quartile deviations. So we know that, or we can say that the summation of x minus mean of x is equal to 0. Now we can add the numbers, whereby the numbers are 5 plus -2 plus 2 plus 1 plus z, then plus -3 plus -2 plus -4 plus 0 is equal to what? 0. So that we shall have, when you add, you get -3 plus z equals to what? 0. So the value of z becomes 3. So we have the value of z. Then max, the max now, the max. So to get the max, you get them, you take each mark plus the mean. Then we shall arrange in ascending order, so that we start with the first mark is 5 plus the mean, which is 13. The next one is -2 plus the mean, which is 13. Next, we have 2 plus 13. Next one plus 13. Then we have z, which is now 3. We now have z as our 3, so we have 3 plus 13. Then we have -3 plus 13. Then -2 plus 13. Lastly, we have 0 plus 13. Now we arrange them in ascending order. So in ascending order, we shall have this one. We start with the smallest, which is 9, and then 10, then 11, and then 11. Have 13, then 14, then we have 15, 16, and lastly 18. Now you can see 13 is the middle one. You can see this 13 iko katikati. So we look for the quartiles. So the quartiles, we have the Q1 and Q3. So we can look for Q1, the lower quartile, which is the lower quartile Q1. So we shall have 10 plus 11. Now divide by 2. We're going to get 10.5. Then the upper quartile Q3, which is now 15 plus 16, divide by 2, which we are going to get as 18 and as a 15.5. So that for us to find the quartile deviation, we are going to have the Q1 plus Q3 divided by 2. So our Q1 is 10.5 plus 15 point, then divided by 2, so that you arrive at your final answer, which is 2.5. So that is now your quartile deviation. You, after arranging in ascending order, you look for, now 13 is the mean, which is in the middle. So Q1 is the lower quartile. The middle number on the is on the lower side, which is this one. So we have 9, 10, 11, and 13. The middle number is 10 and so it's 10 and 11. So you take 10 plus 11 divided by 2. And on the other side, the upper quartile, the middle number is 15 and 16. From 14, 15, 16, and 18, the middle numbers is 15 and quartile Q3. Add them, divide by 2, you get your quartile deviation. Stage number 13, of A and B are A, OA, which is 3, vector 3, 2, 3, negative 4B, 4, 5, and negative 2 respectively. Given that the point X divides AB externally in the ratio 3 to 2, find AX. We need to find now AX. And we are given, now we are saying AX to in the ratio 3 to 2, that is externally. Now AX to XB is going to be 3 to negative 2. So that we have 3 plus negative 2, we get what? We get 1. And we know vector OX is equal to negative 2, after adding the 2, negative 2 over 1, then of OA plus 3 over 1, the total, which is 1, of OB. That is now OX. So that we have negative 2 OA. What is OA? Our OA is here, 3, negative 2. So we have 3, negative 2, and negative 4 that we are given there. Then we are going to add 3 into vector OB. OB we are given as 4, 5, and negative 2. That way. So we multiply. So when we multiply, we are going to get negative 6 over, you simply multiply, not over, sorry. It's negative 6, negative 6, 4, and 8. We know how to multiply vectors. Then plus 12. Now this one will be 12 15 and negative 6. Then when you add the two, you're going to get 6, 19 and 2. 6, 19 and 2. So that is after adding the two, so that we look for vector ax, b, vector ax will become AO, vector AO now plus vector OX, so that we have AO to be negative 3, then 2, 4, then plus now 6, 19, then we have we got the other one was 2. Now we add the 2, so that we arrive at AX to be what? 3, 21, then 6. So now that is your value of this is now your value of AX, the new value of AX. As simple as that. Then we move to question number 14. That is having some three marks. A question on matrices and transformation. Find, they are saying the object of the area 12 square centimeters is mapped onto an image of area 144 square centimeters by the transformation matrix M, which is P negative 3 and then 11, P minus 10. So find the value of P. So that is the two areas of the image and the object, and then it is mapped to that transformation. Remember now the area scale factor. We look at, now we have the two areas. We look at the area scale factor. So we look for the area scale factor. Area scale factor, which is simple. That is, you take 144 over 12, then you get your area scale factor to be 12. Now, area scale factor will be equal to determinant. So our determinant now automatically becomes what? 12. Now having this matrix, we know how to find the determinant. So our determinant for this matrix, we take P times P minus this way minus this. This is how we are going to. So we have our determinant, which is 12, is equal to P. We multiply by we multiply the two, that is 11 times. It's not equal, it's minus. So it's minus 11 times negative 3. So it's P10, P minus 10. Now, when you open the brackets, you're going to get P squared is minus 10P, then plus 33. That negative plus 33 equals to determinant, which is 12. So that P squared is equal to 10P, P squared, sorry, minus it's minus p squared minus 110p plus 21 now is equal to 0. We've collected the like terms together so that we have p squared minus 3p minus 7p. We know that negative 10p is the same as negative 3p minus 7p. Then plus now plus 21. So equals to 0. Then we continue. We look for the like terms. So we have p. P is common. So we have a p into p minus 3. Then minus 7 into p minus 3. That way. Then this one gives you what? 0. Now p minus 3 and we take one of the brackets which is p minus 3. Then we take the other one which is p minus 7. Now equals to 0. So p minus 3, our answer now becomes, so our p becomes what? 7. So we have those two answers. So it's either p is equal to 3 or p is equal to 7. That is now 14. Still on section A. Then move to question number 15. Question number 15, which is the second last question on this section 1. So we have number 15. So the cash price of a motorcycle is 80,000. Katana bought the motorcycle on hire purchase by paying the same amount of deposit followed by 10 equal monthly installments of 83.33 each. Given that the 2% per month compound interest was charged on the balance, calculated the amount of the deposit Katana paid to the nearest shillings. So we can look at the amount now. The amount is always equal to the monthly installments. Which is given by the monthly installment is 85.33 times 10 months. So we shall have how many shillings? That is 85,330. So this is our amount now. And we know the formula amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r over 100 raised to n. So having our principal as our amount. So our amount, which is 85,330, is equal to now principal, which we are not given, then 1 plus r rate is 2 over n, which is 2, that is 2%, 100 over, that is now raised to n, which is 10. Now 330 divided by 1.02 raised to, that is now 10. Now this one gives us 70,000 shillings. 70,000 price minus the deposit, so that the deposit then minus principal, cash price minus principal, so that we have our cash price is 80,000, which we are given now, minus the principal that we have now, which is 70,000. So it's 80,000 minus 70,000, you get your answer as 10,000 what shillings. So that is now your amount of deposit Katana paid now to the nearest shillings. That is the answer. So we simply now move to the last question on this section, which you can see. The curve below represents a cooling curve of a substance X. The cooling curve of a substance X, that is the curve, a cooling curve. They're asking you to calculate the rate of cooling between T, which is equal to 1 hour, and when T is equal to 7 hours. So let us look at T when T is 1 hour. So when T is 1 hour, we can follow it up this way. This is where we have 1 hour. So somewhere here, you can use dotted lines so that you move to this side. That way. So at this point, we shall have our temperature to be around 72 degrees at that point. That is when T is 1. Then when T is 7, here, we shall have it here. So we shall have it somewhere there. So we shall have that one here. So here we shall have that this is around 16. So when T is 7. So in short, calculate the average rate of cooling between T, that and that. So the average rate of cooling, you simply find the gradient of that curve. And how do you find the gradient of that curve? That is the change in y over change what? In x. So you simply find the gradient of the curve. And the gradient of the curve now we shall take, now that we have, we shall take 16 minus 72 over, now we have 7 minus 7 minus 1. 7, so that we get negative 9 and a third. So the rate of cooling will be equal to now 9 and a third degrees Celsius, or it's simply 9.33 degrees Celsius per what? Per hour. So that is you ignore the negative sign because it's cooling. Yeah, that means it's cooling. So that you write the rate of change now becomes 9 and a third, or what we have as 9.33 degrees Celsius per hour. Any of the two will be the correct answer. So that one brings us to the end of section 1 of this paper. With that, you'll be having your 50 marks, correct, 50 marks. So we shall look at section B tomorrow, where we shall be looking for the other 50 marks. So before I forget, that is our online holiday uh, classes that are ongoing. They started last week. So you can please join or call the number on the screen, that number, so that you can arrange on how you can register for the classes, mathematics, chemistry, biology, and physics, so that you are not left behind. Otherwise, I want to thank you for following up this class up to the end. We shall post or we shall have our live tomorrow for the section 2. You can be blessed and have a nice time.